Hello and welcome. My name is Sebastian, and today I want to give you a short beginner's guide to Amazon S3. Amazon S3 is a simple storage where you can store your files, and it's not a database, that's important, and it's an object storage. So this means every file is an object and has a certain object key. This is for the beginner level to understand. Okay, when you are in your console, you go to S3, so you can click here to the favorites, or we will do also here when you don't have it in the favorites, could be possible. When you do it the first time, you come here, click on S3, you search for it. Then it is important that you check in which area you are right now. So we are here in US East 1. As bucket, as it looks here, it is a global service, but it's not. It is binding to a certain AWS region. As you can see here, I have some buckets already, some in Europe, some in US East 1. So when you create a bucket, be sure that you are in the right region, which you also want to have. Okay, then it could be also when you have here nothing, that you just see a button with create bucket, and this we do here. So bucket is like a directory. It is not a directory, it is like. Okay, then our configuration, it's very simple. So we have here the region again. We choose as a bucket type the general purpose, so we can just generally save there some items. For the bucket name, please be sure that it's written here, it must be a unique global namespace. So it's not possible my AWS bucket to choose, it will not happen. So we will choose my AWS bucket test, and for instance a name, and today is the 2005 to 25. You can also choose that you want already some settings copied from another bucket, so you can choose this here. We don't do this right now. We keep ACLs disabled. We right now block all public access. Bucket versioning we keep disabled. We will later come to this in another video, how we can use the bucket versioning. We will add a tag, yeah, that's possible. So for me, that I later, when I use also other services, find in the Cost Explorer the services which are occurring costs. So this is better sometimes to have the text, because you see exactly which type of service is occurring your costs. But for now, it will occur not any cost, so that's fine for us. So default encryption, we use Amazon S3 managed keys. You can also use your own managed keys within key management service, and there's a dual layer version. Right now on a beginner level it's fine, or cloud practitioner level, that you know that these are existing, but we can here for sure use the S3 managed keys by AWS. Then we go to create bucket, and then it's just a form of seconds, and here we have our bucket. Okay, and then it's actually simple, because you have now your bucket in the cloud and you can upload files. So let's do this. We will go here to upload file, add a file, and then we do here a test text, upload it, and then it's done. And let us also choose another one, add file, and for instance here the thumbnail. Okay, also uploading. Just a short moment, close it. And here you can see your two objects. You can also create folders. So for instance, when you have later a little bit want to have a structure, so you can also create folder, give it a name, for instance my data in. Server-side encryption, so you don't have to do here anything more. So for instance we have here also data in, and what we can do, we can also now move files here along. So we say move, and then we choose our for instance here our folder, choose the destination and move the file. Close it, and then here in my folder is also here the thumbnail. Okay, when you have the object then in the cloud, you can click on it, you see the URL, and you can for sure also download it. Takes a moment. So for when you're now today uploading something and want to have it tomorrow again, so seems to be fine. Yes, it's working. And you can also open it the same, so all possible. And yeah, that's for sure first of all the first stuff what you need. We can go a little bit back. When you have now or we do the following, we will first now try to delete also something that's possible. So you click here on something and then you say delete. Then it comes here again, do you really want to do this? Yes, we want to permanently delete it. And that's it. And one thing we want to do also, we want now to change a little bit the permissions of our bucket because of something I will show you. We have here our thumbnail. We will probably move this back now. Copy it into our normal bucket here. Okay. There we go. So when we want to open it, there comes an access denied. Not possible, yeah. So that's why, or that is because we are blocking all public access, so we couldn't access via this URL. So the first thing what we do, we are changing the permissions. We could do this for the whole bucket, and this is what we do. So we go here. In our bucket, we go to properties and permissions. Here we have block public access, and we added this, so we keep it now full here. We will not have any access blocked. Confirm it. Usually you don't do this when you have especially company data, that you get this here completely free. And now we try to go back here, and still we will go now here back, and still it is access denied because we don't have the right permissions in our bucket policy. So this is the second part which we have to use. So policy comes under management, also permissions. Bucket policies is a written JSON, which in the end will manage the permissions or the access to this bucket. I already prepared something, so usually you can use a LLM or you know it by yourself, or find also something in the internet. What you can do when you don't have any clue of this bucket policies, you can go here to edit. Then you go to policy generator. And there you can now say, okay, we want to have an S3 bucket policy. We want to allow any effect. And the principal must be everyone now. All servers in S3. We can also say, oh, we just want to have get object. There it is, get object. You can also do here all actions, but this would be way too permissive. And the ARN is the bucket name. Just a moment. The bucket name is this one. Keep here also a store behind, and then add statement, generate policy. There we go. This you can copy, and now we paste this here inside. We will save it, Okay, now we have the bucket policy, and now we try again. Open here the URL, and there it works. So in a nutshell, for simple beginners, the policy is the permissions, which you can then say allow to get the objects, or to write an object, or to do something else, to move, and public access before you have to not block that you can access this also via the internet. But usually this is all inside an application which you later will have, which uses the S3 storage. There you will put then the S3 better into not fully into the internet. You will block then the access and do it via policies. Okay, so I think it's already something that you have learned here. We go back now. In the end, it's important cleanup when you want to clean up. So we do here now delete options. So we will first delete this one. Permanently delete. We will close this. And then we will also do this one here. We will also do delete. It could be that it first now says that it's not empty. So permanently delete. Okay, no objects inside. And then we go back to our buckets. Here in our bucket list. There we have it. And we do delete here also. There we have just to copy in the name of the bucket. And there you go. That's it. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you in some other videos, and there we go a little bit deeper also into versioning, into website hosting, etc. I wish you a nice day. Bye bye.